recording this. All right, if you would stand in the middle of your mat, make sure that you have your hand weights close to hand. So I'm gonna start with 3-pound hand weights today, which are on a table with an easy grabbing distance. You can place them on the floor in front of you if you so wish. But for now, I'd like you to stand with your feet about hip distance apart. I want you to spread all 10 of your toes out nice and easy. Get that prehensile gripping just to wake up the toes, all of your extensor digitalis type of muscles moving on there. Bend your knees. We are in a Pilates class, so press your hips forward into a standing imprint. From here, you should have a nice core engagement. Roll your shoulders back and down. Take your arms down by your sides with your palms facing towards your thighs. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, simply squat it down. Reach in front of you, really reach. Stand it up and do 2 more of these. I just want to do what's known as the triple flex in the athletic world. We are engaging ankles, knees, and hip joints all at once. Down you go. Keep that core engagement. Raise it up. I just need 2 more of these. 1 and raise. Last one, hold it here. Reach a little further and give me tiny little pulses. Now, be aware of what your knees are doing. Are they knocking inwards? Are they splaying outwards? Try and keep that alignment. Take a look down for a second and make sure that you can see your toes over your knees. We've only got 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Stand it all the way up. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Reach high. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and just nice and easy lean over to the side. Just feel all of those lovely rib cage muscles beginning to stretch. Raise it up to the ceiling. Grab your other wrist. Reach over to the side. Reach it up to the ceiling. Take your arms behind you. Pull downwards first and then gently pull up to externally rotate your shoulders. If you want to, you can lift your chin just slightly. Don't go into a full extension of your neck. And then release it. Nice. So let's get started with a bit of balance. Hands are on your hips or wherever they need to be. I want you to balance on your right foot first. Your left foot is out to the side in a tendu or point. Bend into that right knee. Now be aware of that right hip going too far out to the side. Try and keep that alignment if you can, even if it means modifying how much you bend the knee. Let's take that left leg up and tap it down. Up, tap it down. Become aware of how you are standing on your right foot. Can you get all 5 of those toes to really grip the mat? Can you make sure that you have equal pressure through the whole bottom of your foot, toes, balls of foot, and heel? Here we go. We've only got 4 more of these. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Now we're going to do the opposite. Keep your foot down on the floor, and we're just going to start to pulse. If you are feeling it too much in your knee, just edge out of it. Stand up a little taller. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Shimmy, shake it out. We're going to transfer the load onto your left foot. Once again, all 5 toes are gripping your mat. You're bending in, equal pressure through all points of your foot. Your right foot is now pointed. Here we go, up and down, up and down. Same thing. Take a look at the floor. Make sure you can see all 5 of your toes. Belly button's pulled in. Nice. Really engage all of the muscles of that raising and lowering right leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now, hold it here. Here's your little pulses up and down. Once again, try not to kick that hip too far out. Make sure that your pelvis is relatively aligned. We only have 4 more of these. Good morning, glutes. 3, 2, 1, and stand it up. Shimmy, shake it out again. Just sort of treading. One heel comes up, the other heel comes up. Beautiful. So before we head down onto the mat, I just want to do a little bit of functional movement. You can incorporate your hand weights. I'm just going to grab mine here. At the moment, I have 3-pound hand weights. I'm going to physically turn so you can see what I'm doing. Once again, feet are hip distance apart. All 10 of your toes are gripping onto your mat. We're going to start with a deadlift. I'm sure you've done these a million times. You're just going to gently shave your thighs down to just below your knee and then come back up, press your hips forward and squeeze your bum. Let's just do a few of these. We'll do 4 more. Down you go. Down, come up and squeeze the bum. Down, come up and squeeze the bum. 2 more. Squeeze. And last one, getting those back muscles primed. Now we're going to add a little bit of balance. Take your I'm gonna use my left foot because it's closer to you on the camera. Take your left foot out to the side, and we're gonna do a one-legged deadlift. So here we go. Down you go, and bring it up and tap the foot. Down you go, bring it up and tap the foot. 3 more of these. Remember, your supporting foot has to be equally represented in terms of your weight distribution. 2 more. 1, 2. Now, can you bring that knee up? Tap it back down to your back tendu, lower it down. Tap the toe. Bring the knee up, tap the leg extension behind you, deadlift, down. Bring it up, extend it back, down. Tap, bring it up. Last time, extend it back, down, all the way up. Shake it out. I'm just gonna stay here. My other leg is out. We're only doing 5 of these. Nice and easy. Deadlifts first. Raise the leg and tap it down. Raise the leg and tap it down. Pull your belly button into your spine. Tap it down. You only have 2 more of these. Down and back up. Here's your last one. Down. Hold it here for just a second. Gather your balance, adjust how you're standing, and we're gonna bring that knee into the chest. Here we go. Deadlift with leg extension. Tap it down, bring the knee up, extend the leg back, tap the floor. Deadlift, raise the leg, tap the foot, bring the knee up, extend it back. 3 more like this. Deadlift, tap, knee lift, tap. Down, tap, knee, tap. Last one. Down, tap, knee, and tap. Nice. Moving into a realm of somewhat new science where we're using multiple planes of motion. That was all a dead lift exercise. We're now going to take it into a dead shift exercise. So I'm losing one of my hand weights, so I only have 1 in my hands. What we're going to do here is go into that same raised leg dead lift. So I'm standing on my right foot. I'm going to, as you're looking at me, I'm going to go into my deadlift with the raised leg. Then I'm going to bring both my weight to my chin and my knee to my chest, and I'm going to shift into a lunge, pressing the weight forward and bring it back to standing. If you can bring it back to standing with your knee up, good for you. I have balance issues and I can't do that. So let's try it again. Arms go down. Go into your deadlift with the leg raised. Bring the weight to your chin, the knee to the chest. Shift, reach, lunge, and come back to center. Arms go down. Deadlift, raise leg. Tap, bring the knee in and the weight to the chin. Extend it away, reach. Come back to center, lower your arms. Deadlift, 2 more. Down, knee to chest, weight to chin, shift and lunge. Come all the way back to center, straight arms, final one. Down you go. Well, she falls over. Good. Knee up, weight up, extend over, and come all the way back. Shimmy, shake it out. We're going to the other side. So I'm just gonna move into the middle of my mat a little bit more so I have more room. Same thing, arms are straight. Deadlift with leg extended. Down you go. Bring the knee to the chest, the weight to the chin. Turn, lunge, and reach. Come back to center. Arms are straight. Deadlift down. Good, knee up, weight to chin, turn and shift. Come all the way back to center and straighten your arms. 3 more. Deadlift with leg extended. Good, knee to chest, weight to chin, extend, lunge, and back. Arms down, 2 more. Down we go. Good, bring the knee in, weight to chin, press and twist. Come back to center, and here's your last one. Down, knee in, weight up. Good. And all the way back to center. Beautiful. Put your weight down. Come and stand with me at the very back edge of your mat, so your mat is furled out in front of you, wherever that may be. Raise your arms to the ceiling as if you're diving up and over an imaginary blowtorch. I want you to exaggerate that dive. Try and keep your biceps close to your ears as you reach those arms all the way down to the mat below you. Take a deep breath in. Bend your right knee and send your left arm up towards the ceiling. Can you turn your head to look at that arm? Feel that great stretch through the leg. Slowly curl it back down. Make sure knees, hips, Ankles are all nice and even. Go ahead and bend your other leg. Send your right arm up towards the ceiling. Feeling that glorious stretch. Come back to your center point and become a ragdoll. Shake your head, shake your shoulders. You can tread your legs out a little bit, bending one knee and the other. Let your body speak to you and just hang here for a second. From here, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do something called an inchworm. Bend your knees as much as you need to. We're gonna walk your hands forward into a forward plank on your knees, on your elbows, however you wanna do it. And we're gonna hold it for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And then wherever you are in your plank, simply walk yourself back up. You may need to squat down before you stand if you're already on your knees. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, stand it up. Arms are down by your sides. Roll your shoulders back and lengthen through the crown of your head. We're doing that 2 more times. Raise your arms up. Dive up and over your imaginary blowtorch. Curl it down. Walk yourself forward into whatever version of plank is comfortable for you today and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk yourself back into either a forward fold or a squat. Wherever you are, curl your spine all the way back up to standing. Roll your shoulders back and lengthen. Last one, reach those arms up and over that blowtorch, curl it down. Walk it forward into your version of plank. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and position. I am going to angle myself a little bit so that you can see me, just kind of hang out where you are. And I'm gonna make sure that one of my hand weights is directly underneath my heart. From here, all I need you to do is just give me a couple of lovely cat and cows. Arch your back up to the ceiling, shake your head no. Release it back to what I call a stable tabletop position, neutral spine. And then lift your tailbone, lift your chin into that back extension. Go back to your nice stable tabletop. Push it up through into your cat stretch. Release it all the way back to stable table, and then come up into what the yogis call a cow stretch. And then return back to your nice stable tabletop position. So if I wanted to, I could serve a Labor Day barbecue on your backs and have everything stay where it needed to stay. Now, from here, I'd like to go into some easy bird dogs. So I'm extending my left arm because it's closer to you and my right leg. My left fingers and right toe is down. I'm taking a minute just to make sure that everything is relatively neutral and not shifting. And then I'm raising my arm and my leg up and reaching through fingers and toes to tap it down again. Raise it up and tap down. Your core should be fully engaged. Up and tap, 2 more. Up and tap. Hold it here. Now, my arm and my leg are going out only 6 inches. 6 inches, not a football field. And come all the way back and stretch through fingers and toes. 6 inches, sway to either side and come back. Last time, 6 inches, sway to either side, tap that hand and toe down, bring everything back to your stable tabletop, and go ahead and give that supporting wrist a bit of a twirl. We're gonna go to the other side. So this time my right hand and my left leg are out, fingers and toes are tapping the floor, core is fully engaged, spine, hips are relatively neutral. Up we come, reach through fingers and toes, tap them back down again. Up, reach and tap. Last time, up, reach and tap. Good, and come back to your stable tabletop. Now, we're gonna grab that weight. We're doing a bit of a twist. I'd like you to grab the weight in your left hand. From here, gently pull the weight in as if you're doing an upright row and twist to the ceiling. Feel your hips start to stretch. Nice. Hold it here, and now dive all the way under into a thread the needle, holding the weight. We're gonna do that in a fluid motion. From here, come all the way back up into that twist, pulling the elbow to the ceiling. Curl it all the way under into your thread the needle. 3 more. Exhale here, detoxifying exhale. Inhale, twist it down. Exhale, come up. Inhale, twist it down. Last time, exhale, come up, hold. Come back to your center point, and I need you to give me 10 tricep engagements. Here we go. We've only got 6 more because I've been talking so much. For 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Rotate your palms so that it faces the ceiling. Open your hand for a little bit more effort, and I want you to give me 8 little pulses here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the weight down and go ahead and shake that hand out. Transfer the weight over onto your new supporting hand, the left. Grab the weight in your other hand. This is my right. I'm gonna lift up, good. And then I'm gonna go thread the needle. Exhale, lift. Inhale, thread the needle. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. You've only got 2 more of these. Up we come. Down we go. Last one, up we come. Nice. And just put that weight down in front of you. Stabilize if you need to. Again, bring it up, and here we go. Little extensions into tricep. Back and bend. Back and bend. 7 more like this. 6, 5. Last 3. You know it's coming. Hold that weight up. Rotate your palm towards the ceiling. Open your hand and give me 10 little pulses here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Go ahead and put your weight down. I'm turning around so that you can see me yet again. I am extending my left leg out because it's close to you, and I'm just going to press back through the heel. Really feel the stretch through your Achilles, gastrocnemius soleus, those calf muscles, and come back. Putting that knee down, I'm going to extend my other heel, pressing backwards just to feel that really great stretch, and then releasing it. Nice. However is comfortable for you, come to a full seated position. Make sure your bum is relatively in the middle of your mat because we will be lying down. Make sure you also have both sets of hand weights close to hand. Once again, I love to maximize my stretches, so I'm going to flex my feet so much that my heels have the opportunity to pop up off of the floor. Arms are directly out in front of me, and I'm only curling halfway down. So I'm on my sits bones, I'm curling down to just about my tailbone, and then I'm sitting up. Modify your range of motion. If you can't get all the way down to your tailbone, then don't, or bend your knees slightly and just give yourself a little bit more stability through a bent knee position. I only want to do 2 more of these. Down to a half roll back, come back up. Final time, down to a half roll back, come back up, and last time, all the way down you go. Grab your hand weights with both hands. Raise the arms to the ceiling, keep your feet flexed. Protract the shoulders by just pushing the ceiling away from you, pushing those weights up as high as you can, and then keeping your arms straight, kiss your shoulders into the floor. Raise it up 1 more time and kiss your shoulders into the floor. Moving into your 100 position, bend your knees, head, neck, and shoulders come into a C curve sit up. Palms and weights are reaching for the inside of your thighs, and I just want you to rotate your palms down towards the floor. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, we're only doing 50 of the 100 today. On your last exhale, I want you to come up a little higher, reach a little further, put your head, neck, and shoulders down and place your weights down. Take your hands and place them on the floor and bring your legs to tabletop. We're going to do a little bit of a different version for the remainder of the 100. Head, neck, and shoulders come back into your C curve. Extend your legs either to the ceiling or at a 45-degree angle. And I need some crisscrosses or changements with the 100 breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want more, reach your arms off the floor. Put your head down anytime your neck gets fatigued. Here we go, last round. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Bring the feet together, come up a little higher. Put your head down, bring your knees into your chest. Bring your nose to your knees and take a little bit of a break. Nice, grab each individual knee while you're there. Make huge, big, juicy, great circles, just feeling the massage of your lower back. Quadratus lumborum on the mat underneath you. Good. And then come to center. Extend both legs out. Grab those hand weights. We're going to go into your full roll up. Nod your chin to your chest. I'm going to show you the full version before the modification. Gently begin to pull the weights into your chest. Nod your chin and begin to roll up, gliding the weights over your thighs and reach. Curl it all the way down, pulling your elbows wide as your tailbone hits. Head goes down, raise the weights up. Now, if you need a modification for this one, grab behind one knee, lose the weights and come up, reach. On your way down, grab behind the knee and allow yourself to be guided. If you're continuing on with the weights, stay at your own pace. You guys can count. We're gonna do only 4 more of these. And raise if you need a refresher. As I'm nodding my chin, I'm pulling my weights towards my chest, elbows wide. As I come up, I'm gliding the weights over my thighs to reach over my toes, reversing the process on the way down and really reaching up. 3 more. Exhale, reach. Come down, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, your shoulders are not earrings. Make sure that your shoulders are nowhere near your ears in this entire process. If they are, lose your weights, put them down and go for the stretch. One last one. Nod your chin, come all the way up, put the weights down beside your ankles, grab a hold of those ankles, shins, feet, whatever is comfy for you, and go into a lovely seated forward fold. Moving on to our reverse planks, take your hands down by the lower leg, start to gently curl backwards so that your hands are just behind your hips. I've said this in previous classes, my shoulders hate this position, so I always angle my hands to either side in order to keep my shoulders nice and supple. I'm then gonna exaggerate the scoop of my pelvis, lift up into a reverse plank. I'm taking my eye gaze to the ceiling. And as I come down, I'm now looking at my belly button, butterflying my arms forward and placing my hands back down, coming back. Modification is to bend your knees, but get that scoop of the belly to come up into that lovely tabletop position. Put your bum down, extend your legs, and off you go. We've got 4 more of these in either position. Make sure you got that exaggerated scoop of your belly. Always squeeze your bum at the top and butterfly your arms to come forward. Scoop, raise, lower, and butterfly. Back you come, scoop, raise, lower, and butterfly. Last 2, scoop, raise, lower, butterfly the arms, final one, scoop, raise, lower, and butterfly forward. Stay in your forward fold and just take a nice easy breather. Grab your hand weights and just gently take them with you on the way down, even if it means gliding them along your mat. I'm gonna move down so I've got more mat room. Placing my feet hip distance apart on the floor, I'm gonna put my weights on my middle thigh and I'm just gonna hold them there. Tuck your tailbone to imprint and then release it back to a natural spine. Tuck your tailbone to imprint and release it back. You know where we're going. We're gonna do some hip lifts with the weights. On your next imprint, I don't want you to stop there. Tuck your tailbone to imprint and begin to raise your bum up to the ceiling, squeeze your bum, and slowly lower it back down, reverting to your neutral spine. 2 more like this before we add on. Tuck your tailbone, lift, slowly lower it all the way back down to neutral. And last one, tuck and lift. Hold it here, little tiny pulses. Now be aware of what your knees are doing. Your thighs should be parallel, not bowed out to the side, splayed out to the side, or bowed into itself. You've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Can you raise just a bit higher and curl the whole thing all the way down again? Put your weights down, extend your legs out straight. Hands are down by your thighs. I am raising my left leg up because it's closer to the camera and I've got a mild point to my toe. My right leg is straight on the mat and yet again I'm flexing the foot to maximize the stretch through the bottom of my leg. From here I'm going to do a little lift. This is a single leg circle. Go around and pause at the top. Little lift, circle around and pause. Little lift, circle around and pause. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top, and then we're going to reverse for 6, 5. Your obliques should be awake by now. 4, 3, 2, and and one. Bring your knee into your chest, give it a big old squeeze. Go ahead and roll your ankle in one direction and be sure to reverse it in the other direction. Extend my left leg out. My right leg is going to the ceiling, but my left foot is flexed yet again. Right leg goes over your midline, pause at the top. Over the midline, pause at the top. Breathe easy for these. You've got 3 more for here. 2 and 1. Pause at the top. We're reversing the motion, external rotation. Here we go. Last 4, 3, 2. Here's your last one. Raise that leg up, bend the knee, really gorgeous hug. Big, big ankle circles. We love ankle circles. And reverse to the opposite direction. Perfect. I am now rolling over to face you in the camera. Pick a side because we will be coming back. I'm going to bend my knees into my tabletop position, 90 degrees between tummy, thigh, and shin. And I'm using my lower upper arm as my pillow to protect my neck. I'm going to use my hand weights. You don't have to, but you can. Reaching on my arm out to you. I'm going to then look up at the ceiling with my head to turn my head as my arm reaches over to the side. Take a breath and exhale to come back to your starting position. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist open. Stay here to inhale and then exhale, curl. But it's a Pilates class, so I need that mouse hold. Create some space between your side and the mat by engaging the obliques to peel your side away from the mat. This is a lot of abdominal connection through here as well. Reach up, open wide, take a breath, and exhale to close. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, and exhale to close. Put your weight down. I'm going to take the back of my mat as my spinal yardstick, and I'm aligning my shoulders and my hips or my bum up to the back of the mat so that they're relatively sort of aligned. I'm then going to take my legs to the top edge of my mat, so I now have a 45-degree bend through my waist and my legs. I'm raising my top leg up. Hips, knees, and ankles are relatively at the same height, and I'm taking that top leg to swing it forward with the pointed toe, flex it back, point forward, flex it back. Remember your mouse hole, flex it back. Nice. Forward and back for 5. Flex it back. 4, 3, 2, you only have one more. Last one. Now bring your legs together, but get rid of that 45-degree hinge. Shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are now straight as an arrow. If you need to take a moment and just give yourself a little jiggle to align yourself properly, take the top leg up, point the toe as you raise it as fast and as high as you want. But as you go down, flex that foot, activate all of the muscles of that lowering leg and press your heel to the opposite side of the room. Point to raise, flex, super slow, lower it down. Good. Point to raise, flex, lower it down. Where are those mouse holes? Engage your obliques. Point up, flex, and lower it down. You've got 2 more. Point up, flex, lower it down. Here's your last one. Up, flex. Now, no rest. Lower it down, but don't allow your heels to touch. Give me 8 stop signs, size, circles. We only have 4, 3, 2, pause, reverse your circle. Stop sign, size. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, keep that top leg up so that it's only as high. Hip, knees, and ankles are all the same height-ish. And then bring your bottom leg up to meet it. With control, both go down. Top leg comes up. Bottom leg meets that top leg. Slowly lower it down. Top, bottom, and lower it down. Top, bottom, and lower it down. One more time. And lower it down. Now, you have an option here. If you want a little bit of inner thigh work on that bottom leg, you can take your weight and squeeze it in between your thighs. I usually go maybe 1/3 of the way up from my kneecap, but I'm going to take both legs up and slowly lower them back down. Both legs come up, slowly lower them back down. You've got 3 more for 3, 2, and 1. Now, take your bottom arm at a 45-degree angle. Make sure that your palm is down. Top arm comes up. You can either leave the weight there, or if you want a little bit more, you're gonna have to bend your knees and squeeze that weight in between your calf muscles. And we're gonna glide your top arm up as you raise those legs and then lower them down. So torso raises, legs raise. Weight can be positioned between your calves or your thighs, or not at all. And lower it down. We've got 3 more like this for 3, and lower, 2, and lower. Big grand finale here. I need 8 little pulses with both legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Just allow the weight to go to one side. Bring your knees into your chest into a little ball and just curl. Beautiful. All right, now from here, what I want you to do is prop yourself up on an elbow, move your weight off of the hip bones onto the big gluteal part of your muscle group on your bum. If you need to, rearrange yourself on the mat so that it's a little bit friendlier. Knees, shins, ankles are parallel to the floor. Top arm is up for a challenge or behind you for stability. Feet are neutral. Extend the legs out, bring them back in. Inhale to extend, exhale to bring them in. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Hold it out here with straight legs. Bottom leg swings forward, top leg swings back. Bring the legs back together again and bend those knees. Again, if you want the challenge, hand is up. Bottom leg swings forward, top back. Bring the legs together and bend your knees. 3 more, extend, bottom forward, top back, together and bend. Extend, bottom goes forward, together and bend. Final 1, bottom goes forward. Hold it here with straight legs. They don't have to be straight. They can be bent, but you're coming with me to jackknives for 10, 9, exhale, 7, 6, 5, last 4. Keep those legs nice and active. Last 2, and last 1. Beautiful. All the way down onto your side. Take that top arm into a gorgeous side stretch and just breathe. Nice. Before we go on to complete the other side, I want to roll onto your tummies and let's just do a couple of easy abdominal stretches. So we're going to go into what the yogis call the Sphinx pose. Elbows are slightly in front of your shoulders. Pull the elbows in towards your belly button without raising them off the ground. I want you to just feel that abdominal stretch. Lengthen through the crown of your head, and then just kind of release it and settle. Nice and easy. Once again, pull, lengthen, feel the stretch of the abs, and then release it. And you've only got 1, pull and lengthen. Beautiful. From here, I want to work on your beautiful buttocks. So place your hands down in front of your head. Put your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees. Make sure that your knees are hip distance apart or even mat distance apart. Flex your feet and place your heels together. The closer you bring your heels to your bum, the more you will engage your glutes. The further away your heels go, the more you will engage your hamstrings. I like to use my gluteal muscles for this one, so I'm going to bend my knees as much as I can. Forehead is down. Squeeze your heels as hard as you can. Press your hips lightly into the mat and see if you can't raise your knees up just 2 or 3 inches. And then release it all the way down. Squeeze your heels, squeeze your bum, raise your knees, and release. And one more time, squeeze your heels, squeeze your bum, raise your knees, and release. Now, we're gonna think about flying out of an airplane or jumping out of an airplane. This is called a parachute. Palms are down on the mat, just on the side of each of your shoulders. You are squeezing your heels, raising your knees, raising your head, neck, shoulders, and arms off the mat. From here, I want you to extend your arms and your heels out. Your heels are still connected, maybe about a foot, and then bring everything back together. Can you raise your torso and your knees up just a little more and lower your head down? Come into the hover. Squeeze your knees, or squeeze your heels mildly. Extend arms and connected heels out. Pull everything back in, raise up a little higher and lower it down. You've got 3 more. Into your hover. Extend. Squeeze those heels. Pull the elbows back, raise the torso and the knees and lower. Up you come, extend it out. Pull it back and lower. And here's your last one, I promise. Up we come. Extend it out, pull it all the way back, and lower it down. Nice. Keep your heels together and your knees apart, and I just want you to push yourself back into a nice, easy shell stretch, just allowing your spine to sort of get a bit of relief. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. Come back into your tabletop position after you've had a couple of breaths. Be true to your body. You can hang out there in that shell stretch if you need to. Give yourself another easy cat and cow. And if your toes allow, I want to work a little bit on quadricep and core stability. So I'm tucking my toes under, and I'm just going to raise my knees up an inch or two. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. I'm going to tuck my toes under, and I'm just going to gently see if I can raise my knees with my toes tucked under as well for 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your knees down. Untuck your toes. This is what I call my Barbie doll foot connection, and I'm going to raise my knees up a little more. Hold it. Lower it down, untuck your toes, raise your knees up a little more. Now, on this next round of these, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really consider what's going on in your abdominal wall with your feet in this position as you raise your knees. Exhale, feel the connection a little more, lower your knees down, untuck, go ahead and raise a little more, nice, and release it down. A little bit different, and that was a little bit of wrist, so let's just kind of roll those guys around a little bit more. And I'm going to go to the other side. So I'm actually going to tick-tock. If you guys are comfortable with that side leg series on your own, just roll over to your other side. Otherwise, we're going to start in the spinal twist. My legs are in my tabletop position yet again, 90 degrees between tummy, thigh, and shin. Head is nicely resting on my lower upper arm. I'm using my weight to reach towards you. My mouse hole is connected. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open wide. Inhale to stay here. And exhale to close. Inhale to reach, exhale to open wide, inhale to stay here, and exhale to close. 3 more like this. Reach up, turn your head if it's available, and close it all the way back. 2 more. Reach it up, open wide, inhale here, and exhale, return. Last one. Up we come. Open wide, inhale, and exhale to return. Put the weight down. Extend your legs out to that 45 degree. If you need that spinal yardstick, try and align your shoulders and your hips up against that back side of the mat so that they are aligned. But you're going to bring the top leg up so that hips, knees, and ankle are at the same height. Point the toe forward, flex the foot back, point forward, flex back. But you haven't forgotten your mouse hole. Flex it back, point it forward, flex it back. For 5, flex back. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Connect the legs together. Get rid of that 45-degree hinge. Give yourself a little repositioning if you need it. And that top leg is now going to extend as high and as fast as you want. Flex the foot and slowly lower like you're going through molasses. Point to raise. Flex, lower it all the way down. Point to raise. Flex and lower it all the way back down again. 4 more. Up, flex, lower down. Point to raise, flex, and lower it down. Point up. Last one coming up here. Now, no rest. Don't allow those heels to touch. 8 stop sign size circles. We've got 5, 4, 3. Get ready to reverse your circle. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, no rest. Keep those ankles apart. Raise the bottom leg up to meet the top and lower down. Top leg, bottom leg, lower down. Top leg, bottom leg, and both go down at the same time. 3 more. Good. Really get some length out of those legs. These are not wimpy, jello-y legs. Last one, up, up, and down. Same thing we did on the other side. If you want that little challenge, take your weight, maybe about 1/3 of the way up the thigh from the kneecap. Good. And raise both legs together and lower them down. Both legs come up and lower them down. 4 more for 4. Good. 3. Legs are active. 2 and 1. Moving on, adding on. I'm gonna take my knees into my chest. Again, you can keep that weight where it is, or you don't have to use your weight at all, but I'm positioning my weight now in between my calf muscles, extending my legs out. I'm taking my bottom arm out at a 45-degree angle with my palm facing the floor, and my upper arm is against my thigh. Raising torso and legs, I'm lifting and lowering. Lift up, exhale. Inhale, lower it down. 3 more. 3 and lower. 2, lower. Last one, you know it's coming. I need those little pulses of the legs. Here we go. We only have 10 more of these for 10, 9, 8, 7. You should feel your inner thigh on that lower thigh for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Gently take that weight out or allow it to fall behind you and bring your knees into that nice, easy little curl. Just give yourself a nice, easy little rest. All right, let's get into our jackknife series. So I am going to move my weight over from my hip, where I've been sort of resting, onto the gluteal meaty bit of the muscle. I'm taking my knees, my shins, my ankles, they are all parallel to the floor, and I'm balancing on my bottom elbow. Remember, shoulders aren't earrings, so I need activation through the arm, through the ribs. Back arm is up or behind you for stability. Extend the legs out, exhale to bring them in. Extend them out, exhale to bring them in. Out you go, bring them back in. 4, 3, 2, rib cage is still engaged. Hold it out here with straight legs. Bottom leg swing forward, top leg swing back. Bring the feet together, bend the knees. Extend, bottom forward, top back, bend the knees. Extend, bottom forward, top back, bend in, extend. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now when you bring those legs together, you can either bend them or extend them. Back arm can stay down or up for the challenge, jackknives. Here we go for 8, 7, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Roll over onto your stomachs one more time. Make sure that you have at least one of your hand weights or soup cans by you. We're going to start with some stretches and then move into sort of an advanced form of swimming. Your forehead is down on the mat. I'm going to place my left hand down because it's closer to you and really push my palm into the ground, which will allow me to raise my right arm and just seriously reach those fingers. So I'm almost pulling my left hand backwards to allow me to seriously reach that front arm. Other hand goes down. Now my left arm is up. Palm of the right is now pressing and pulling, and really release it. Your foreheads are down on the ground. I'm just talking to you. So one more time, go ahead and press the left hand down and reach through the right. Press the right palm down, reach through the left. And while you're there, just keep your forehead down, your palms are down. I want you to raise both legs up at the same time. Keep the legs raised, flex the feet, point the toes. Flex the feet, point the toes. I need those quadriceps to be seriously active. Point the toes, and one more time, flex the feet and lower down. Take your hand weight. I'm going to use my left arm again. My weight is in my left hand. My palm is facing the ceiling. I'm pressing down through my right hand on the ground and almost pulling my right hand forward towards me. I'm raising my head, neck, shoulders, legs, and weighted arm up, and I'm going to flutter kick with my legs. Can you raise that weight up? Just another 3 inches for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Nice. Nice and easy. I'm going to bend my arm forward, transfer the weight into my right hand, extend my right hand down by my thigh with the palm facing up. Left arm is really pushing into the floor and slightly pulling. Head, neck, and shoulders come up into that hover. Legs come up. Weighted hand comes up, and do your swimming flutter kick for 8, 7. Can you raise that weighted hand up just another 3 inches? Here we go. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Gently place your weight down. Push yourself. Take your hands by your shoulders. Push yourself back into your stable tabletop position. and just breathe. We're gonna get our push-ups done. Your choice of full military style push-up on your toes, or you can come with me on your knees. I've given this cue before. I actually have sort of odd shoulders. So I found through the years that if I place my thumbs at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock and my index fingers at 10 and 2, it gives me exactly what I need through my pectorals and my back, and it allows me to engage my core a little bit better as well, instead of just going right into my shoulders. Now from here, I'm gonna keep my feet up. I'm squeezing my bum and I'm going down for the count of 2. 1, 2, and up, 2. Now you may notice, if you're even looking at me, that I'm never extending my arms straight. I've always got a little bend, which means that my arms are always active. 2 more like this. Down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. Hold it here. My arms still aren't straight. Eye gaze is on the mat to keep your neck in relation with the rest of your spine. I need 8 singles. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe easy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push yourself back into that shell stretch and just breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice. From your shell stretch, I am going to turn around and lie down on my back. You guys breathe there in your shell stretch for 2 more breaths if you need it. I'm just getting set up. While I'm on my back, I'm also going to make sure that my hand weights are close to hand. Be careful as you handle your hand weights. I don't want your shoulders to grip or anything like that. Hand weights are on opposite side of my mat. I am going to go into my Joe Pilates stomach massage series, and I'll take you from the traditional route into the route where we can add a little bit of challenge with the weights. Once again, I'm bringing the leg closest to you, which is my right leg, to the camera into a tabletop position. My left leg is hovering off of the floor. I've got my right hand to my right ankle, my left hand to the inside of my right knee, and we're just gonna switch and switch and switch. If you want your hand weights, take your hand weights to your shoulders, and as you switch your legs, you're straightening and bending, straightening and bending for 8, 7, put your head down if you need it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put your head down, bring your knees in, keep the weights in your hands. We're going up to our scissors. We're gonna start the traditional scissors. So I'll do this without the weights for those of you who aren't using them. I'm still extending my right leg up just because it's closer to you. I'm gonna just gently take my arms to the outside of my straight right leg. As I come to switch, arms go to the ceiling, left leg comes up, and I'm switching to the other side. Switch, switch. So as you can see, my arms and my legs are at the ceiling at the same time. If you are using your weights, down and switch, over and switch. Put your head down anytime you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Everything goes down. Keep it here. I'm going to put my weights down for a second. We're going into our double leg stretch. Check me out if you need a little refresher. Knees to nose, hands to head, extending arms and legs out at that 45-degree angle, circling my arms around, bringing them back to my ears, knees to nose. If you're using your weights, extend out. Careful on the circle with anyone with shoulder issues. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Can you give me 5 more? Put the weights down if you need to. 4, big inhale. Exhale back. 3. Don't scrimp on the stretch, ladies and gentlemen. 2, here's your last one, I promise. Out you go. Head goes down, weights go down. Good. I just want you to breathe and settle easy into the mat for just a second. Nice. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. So most of us are rolling from side to side. Consider moving forward and backward. So just give yourself a little rock up, rock back. Massage the back for 3, 2, and 1. And when you're ready, join me so that you're seated on your mat. We are going to go into the rolling like a ball a little bit more formally, but I'd like to invite you to just try to use your weights today if it's there. So rolling like a ball was pretty much what we did to get us up to this position, but we're going to curl a little bit more. So I always start with my toes on the ground, my heels up. My hands are sort of crisscrossed over my ankles, and I've got a really nice curve. And I'm just going to roll down to my shoulders and come back up, and I'm going to try not to touch my heels and toes to the mat. If you're using your weights, palms are up, elbows are in towards your thighs. Here's the challenge. As you roll back, I want you to take your arms wide. As you roll up, tightly bring them in. This will throw you off your center of gravity. Out you go, only onto your shoulders, and come back. Try not to touch your toes. Out and in. It's that added momentum of the movement of the arms and the weights that add to that core challenge for 3. And come back up. 2. Come all the way back up. Last one, come back up. Teaser challenge coming up. Hold it here, bring your legs to tabletop. Keep your palms up towards the ceiling. Only if it's there. We're gonna go all the way down. Touch your shoulders. Try not to allow your heels to touch. And then come all the way back up, legs in tabletop. Here we go. Inhale, go down to the shoulders. Heels are off the ground. Come back. One more like this. Down you go. Come all the way back up. Put your weights down. Grab your shins. Extend your right leg. Extend your left leg. Can you curl and just kind of feel a stretch, a real scoop of the pelvis? I want to go into open leg rocker. So we're going to go roll down to the shoulders. Come back up onto the sits bones, and if it's available to you, send the chest to the ceiling, open a little bit more. Exaggerate the curl, off to the shoulders, up, open, 2 more, down we go. Come all the way up, send the chest high, nice long spine. Last one, curl it down, lift it all the way back up, bring your legs together, whether they be bent or straight, take your arms out to the side, lower your legs an inch. Raise your legs an inch, lower an inch, raise an inch. You've got 3 more. 3, up, 2, up. Last one, full control, heels and head. Slowly go down to the mat. Everything reaches the mat at the same time, all the way down. Once you get it down there, give yourself that full, gorgeous body stretch. Reach, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice. And after 2 or 3 deep breaths in, grab behind one knee, rock yourself up to a seated position. And I just want to do a little bit more spinal twisting. So I'm once again at an angle so you can see what I'm doing. When you're finished breathing and stretching, come up so that you are seated. If you have really tight hip flexors or any sort of hip issues, feel free to just roll your mat up and use it as a little elevation that you can sit on so that that will give you a little bit more of an obtuse angle to your hip flexors, just to allow you to sort of move and twist in different ways. So from here, once again, my feet are flexed so much that my heels have the opportunity to come up. I'm trying to peel my ribs away from my hips. I'm going to interlace my thumbs to allow me to pull against my thumbs to broaden my back. Nod the chin to the chest, and almost like you're gliding your hands along a counter, just reach forward. Come all the way back to a beautiful long spine. Exhale, keep pulling the thumbs, reaching forward. Inhale, sit it up, long spine. Last one, exhale, push it forward. Inhale, reach it up. Arms go out to the side. I'm going to twist towards you, which means that my right hand is hovering over my left leg. I'm going to try and saw off my left pinky toe with my right pinky finger, and then I'm holding the twist to sit, come back into center. Other side, twist, saw pinky toe and finger off, hold that twist to sit, come back to center. Exhale, inhale, saw, exhale, sit, inhale, center, exhale, twist, saw, up, back to center. One more time on each side, really reach, exaggerate that stretch, and over, down, up, and back. Nice. Give yourself a shimmy. Good. From here, twist your knees around. I just want to do a rotating plank. Now, we've gone over these modifications in the past. I'm going to do it quickly now, but make sure that your weights are at the very top edge of either side of your mat. Your twisting plank traditionally is feet are about hip distance apart. I am twisting and staggering my legs to reach an arm up to the ceiling. If you are on your knees, as you twist, you are going to take what will be your top leg and extend it out, and take your bottom, check me out for a second if you're doing this bent, take your bottom calf and foot and twist it backwards so that you're in that modified existence. Take one of your weights underneath your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. As I start my twisting plank, I'm going to slide that weight up my chest to the ceiling, slide it all the way back down, put it in my center. I'm going to twist away from you, and I'm going to glide that weight up my chest towards the ceiling, taking it back down onto the mat. 2 more times, twisting again. Take breaks whenever you need to. Come all the way back down. Twist again. You've got 1 more on each side, ladies and gentlemen. Twist it back 1 more time, stabilizing through the shoulder. Lift it up. Twist it down. And final one, lift it up. Twist it down. Place that weight down. I want you to do the opposite of what we started with. Walk your hands backwards. Curl your spine upwards. Take your arms to the ceiling. 2 more like this. You don't have to have the weights in your hands unless you are a rock star workouter. Nod your chin to your chest. Curl it all the way back down. Walk your hands forward into that plank, modified or traditional. Push it all the way back. Become a rag doll. Curl your spine up. Reach your arms up, and final time, nod your chin. Curl it all the way down. Walk your hands all the way forward. Come into that plank. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Put your knees down. Press yourself back into that shell stretch 1 more time. Roll your wrists around if you need to. And for our last stretch, I just want to do a seated mermaid. So whenever you are ready, this is what I call a Z-sit. So I have my, as I'm looking at you, my left leg, it might be your right leg, but my left leg is just gently sort of aligned so that my knee, my ankle, and my shin are at the top of my mat, my thigh is at an angle, but this allows me to square my shoulders and my hips. Once again, if you need a little bit of extra love, roll your mat out from underneath you and put the actual roll up, the elevation, underneath the glutes of the leg that's going behind you, not the one in front of you. From here, I just want to activate a little bit more oblique, so take your hands behind your head. This isn't a big range of motion. Exhale, lean over, make sure that there's no hip issues, and then come up. So it's just a mild engagement of the obliques. If you have hip issues, maybe extend your leg out and put a hand down on the floor, and we'll do it that way. Just 2 more like this. Down and come up. Down and come up. Now, I'm going to take my left hand all the way down to the floor, balance on my left elbow, and just reach my arm up overhead. Feeling that great stretch. I'm pushing the floor away with my left hand to come up into a counter stretch on the other side. Down we go to the other side. Elbow down, arm reaches over. Come up, tick tock, push the floor away, counter stretch. 3rd and final time, down we go. Over, and come all the way up, counter stretch. We're just going to switch sides. If you found that this was quite hard on you, another option is just simply to have your legs in front of you like this and really support yourself on the hand on the floor. If you're in your Z-sit, come with me, hands behind the head. We're going to try our little tiny oblique engagement. Keep the elbows wide and come up. Exhale, inhale, last one. Exhale, inhale. I'm going to take my arm down to the floor, balancing on my elbow. I'm reaching my arm over, gently pushing my hand away from the floor, achieving my counter stretch on the other side. Gently, tick tock, hand goes to mat, elbow goes to mat, mermaid over, push the mat away. Good, grab a shin or an ankle to counter stretch, and final one, down you go. Nice, all the way back. Beautiful. Good, hold it here. Come to a seated position. grab your hands and just do a couple of these. That was a lot of wrist work today with the weights and some of the fun stuff that we did. So have a lovely Labor Day. I do a lot of corporate outreach, and one of the messages that I've been giving people, because this is such a crazy time of year, is just for today before Labor Day starts and we're into the fall schedule. Think of 3 things that you can and should say no to at home or at work. Just write them down. And then I don't want you to even think about them, but I don't want you to look at them until Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, take out your little piece of paper and start to consider whether you've been able to say no to those 3 things. It's a time of year where we put a lot on our shoulders, lots of responsibilities. So give yourself a little breathing room by just determining ways throughout the week where you can just give yourself less stress. So 3 things that you can and should say no to, and go celebrate this beautiful long weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll unmute you so you can talk to me if you wish, or escape to your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
I had no problems with the planks today.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm so glad. Good.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.
You too. Happy Labor Day.
Thanks.